So apparently, Gen Z can't have fun or live our lives anymore. That's just simply unacceptable. It's not allowed, sorry. Because no one talks about how millennials / Gen Z can't afford homes, and yet the generations that came before us didn't have European vacations. Oh, really? Well, that would be wonderful. Where do I sign up? Because never in my life have I ever been on a European vacation. You're applying what you see on the internet, which is a vast minority of us. But if you ask a regular, everyday Gen Z if they've ever been on a vacation in Europe, the chances of that being true is extremely slim. But also, is Gen Z just not allowed to want to enjoy their life and create lifelong memories while also wanting to afford housing at the same time? I feel like you shouldn't have to pick between the two, no? Another reason we can't afford housing is because of boutique gym memberships. What on God's green earth is a boutique gym? If I have any Gen Zs watching this video right now, do you guys have any clue to what that is? My brother has a gym membership, but that's because he goes to work and earns the money to be able to pay for it. And I'm sorry, but is it so crazy to say that he deserves to spend some of that hard-earned money on taking care of his physical health? Why is this being discouraged? But as for me, and for a majority of my generation, I don't have a gym membership because I either work out from home or I work out outside. But regardless, you shouldn't have to abandon your pursuit to improving your physical health because you want to put a roof over your head. Another reason is because of streaming subscriptions. Shut up. Because almost every single person, regardless of what their generation is, has at least one subscription to a streaming service. My mum, who is a Gen X, by the way, literally pays for the Netflix. Netflix, hands down, has the worst selection of content for me, but not for her. So she subscribed for herself. And guess what? She can afford housing. And also apparently we can't afford it because we all get new nails every week. Oh, really? Really? Do I really get my nails done every week? Does it look like I get my nails done every week? I haven't gotten them done in about 7 or 8 months, pal. And then we have elaborate bachelorette parties. This one just doesn't make any sense to me. Not only do I, again, not know a singular Gen Z in my life who has had an elaborate bachelorette party, but correct me if I'm wrong, okay? If you're overall being responsible with your income, why is it such a bad thing to be able to enjoy it every once in a while? Because it's not like a woman is having an elaborate bachelorette party every single weekend, is she? No! If you're lucky, it literally only happens once. So chill. Oh, and also because we go to concerts, we can't afford housing, apparently. In the words of my very own Gen X mother, we were going to concerts at your age and can afford a house. So what I'm getting here is that it's okay for you guys to do it, but it's absolutely under no circumstances okay for us to do it, right? I should be allowed to see the Foo Fighters and the Red Hot Chili Peppers with my dad, both memories that I will cherish for the rest of my life, and simultaneously be able to have a place that I call home. Like, what are you talking about? Number 8, therapy appointments. God forbid somebody wants to heal from their trauma so that in the future, they don't pass it down to their children and once again repeat the cycle of trauma. Do you actually hear yourself? Jesus Christ, you should be able to improve your mental and emotional well-being so that you can become a better version of yourself for the future and also be able to afford a bed that you can go to sleep at night in. That isn't something that you should have to pick and choose between. What the hell? Would you prefer people to just be miserable for the rest of their lives? Number 10, premium cosmetics. Oh, I want to wear eyeliner? Oh, too bad. That means I should just kiss a 2-bedroom home goodbye away, right? What kind of logic is that? And lastly, dinner out every weekend. Do you think anyone can afford that right now? Not even when there wasn't an ass-kicking inflation years ago were people even doing that.
Kids aren't sitting around illegal bonfires in the woods on someone else's property making memories with their friends anymore, and it shows. Maybe that's just because that isn't my idea of a good time, pal. And I live in Australia, so I don't want to accidentally cause another wildfire that we already have too many of.
My generation drank Everclear with grape Kool-Aid and ran from the cops. Your generation drinks White Claws and calls the cops every time you get offended. LOL. I've said it before and I'm gonna say it again because it's become a growing trend for some reason. What is it with older generations making fun of Gen Z for not being alcoholics? Not only is it weird, but it's hypocritical as well. Because you'd fly off the handle if you ever found out your own child was drinking Everclear when they shouldn't have been. So I'm not sure why you're making fun of us for not doing something that you don't even want us to do in the first place. Secondly, is it not weird to be like, oh, back in my day, my generation drank alcohol. Nowadays, the younger generation, they drink alcohol too. What? I'm not sure if you're aware of this, but White Claw is an alcoholic drink. That's like making fun of somebody for eating a roll of bread instead of a slice of bread. Like, it's the exact same damn thing. And lastly, not a single human being on this planet has ever dialed 911 because somebody on the internet hurt their feelings. Are you kidding me? You can believe that Gen Z is as soft all that you want, but to take it as far as believing that we legitimately get law enforcement involved when we see something on TikTok that we don't necessarily like, that is absolute bullshit. And you know that. When Gen X and Gen Z finally meet, and then it shows a Gen X man chasing after a Gen Z he's already beaten up on with a baseball bat. Okay, there is so much to say about this video that I don't even know where to begin. Like, why are you saying when each generation finally meets as if we don't literally coexist and interact with each other every single day of the year? So... What? And also, why are you fantasizing and reenacting a scenario about you physically harming a young person just because you think they're a little annoying? That is extremely strange, and I recommend seeking professional help for that. I'm a millennial mum reminding you that we are the first Huakte generation. And then she starts dancing around. What is happening in this video, and what does that sentence even mean? Babe, I promise you that not a single living, breathing Gen Z on this planet has ever claimed to be the first Huakte generation. What? I cannot believe these words are coming out of my mouth right now. We absolutely loathe the Huakte meme. So by all means, if you want to claim it, whatever that's even supposed to mean, then go right ahead. We don't care.
Between the years of 1960 and 1980, a generation of fearless individuals was born. There was no need for bicycle helmets. When they got hurt, they were told to walk it off.
Okay, what the hell is Gen X's problem with being mad at us for something that they reinforced onto us as children? If I wanted to ride my bike when I was a kid, my mum and dad, who are both Gen X's, was making sure that I was wearing the helmet that they bought for me. Timothy, before you get on that bike, put this goddamn helmet on, or I swear to God. But did you know that when I was your age, I didn't even wear these because I'm just like so much more stronger and tougher than you will literally ever be. But if you take that thing off while you're riding your bike, you will never ride your bike again. It is too dangerous. But you're also like a massive wimp for wearing it, so... But still wear it because I don't want you hurting yourself. But lol, like, what a weak little snowflake dork, am I right? I love you so much and I don't want you hurting yourself. Okay, please, I want you to live a long life, so please wear your helmet.
They respected their elders, mowed lawns to go see a movie on the weekend.
Oh wow, you had to perform a task in exchange for something that you wanted so that it was a fair trade. Holy crap! You really had no fear, I'm shaken! You just did what you were asked so that they would hold up their end of the deal and let you go see a movie. You give and you take. And it still happens to every kid today. 80s and 90s kid. A storm is coming. And of course, the 2000s and 2010 kids are mindless zombies who can't part ways with their phones say, what? You can't smell a storm coming. Y'all are running out of ideas. Like, you're just making situations up at this point, because this has never happened. I've never known another Gen Z who couldn't smell when it was about to rain. Every human who has ever lived and will ever live has the ability to smell when it's about to rain. There's literally a word for it in the dictionary because of how common it is in us. Remembering the 80s when I took an hour-long bus ride to practice sports after school. No water bottle, no snack, no sunblock. Made me who I am, and I wouldn't change a thing. But that was literally just your choice. It wasn't a matter of those things hadn't been created just yet, so you couldn't use them like future generations after you can. Because water bottles have been around since the 1700s. Sunscreen was released to the public for the first time in 1936. And snacks have just been around since the dawn of time. So you could have brought those things with you, you just chose not to. Lastly, there's a growing trend of videos of millennials filming themselves wearing more outgoing shoes to a club, and then panning to Gen Z who's wearing sneakers and not a fancy pair of shoes. Why does this even matter? Oh my god, when I've gone to a club, I wasn't immediately looking down at people's feet to see if they're matching my undeserving expectations of what they should be wearing on their feet. I have never gone to a club and have given a single damn about what anybody else is wearing because it doesn't affect me. If a woman chose to wear a pair of sneakers over a pair of heels so that they can actually have fun dancing all night rather than having to sit down after 2 hours because they're wearing stilettos and their feet are in absolute agony, I don't see how that should be demonized. And for some reason, people seem to think that Gen Z is just some clueless, out of the loop idiots who don't know anything, as if the older generations weren't literally the ones who raised us. Oh my god, a whole generation out there doesn't know what this is. Why do you think you're in that prehistoric episode of SpongeBob where DVDs and hard copy video games are extinct relics of a bygone era? It's a rack to hold covers, man. Jesus Christ, you aren't 250 years old.
And Gen Xers, you guys really need to come off that high horse and humble yourselves, because you guys also worked in fast food establishments just like every single other generation on this planet right now, okay? So don't act like you're better than everyone else.
Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Mwah. I love you all so much, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys!